Well, let me take you back in time. 7 years ago. You probably will remember this when it first came out. In fact, no, if you don't remember this, then you're fairly new to stocking. But when this first came out, it hit the collector's world by storm. And now, I ended up collecting every coin in the series for this particular one. And, well, 5 years ago, I sold them all. Because there was, well, just so much that was involved. And I thought, my goodness, could I really do it? Now, I say every single one. The only one I didn't collect at the time was the gold proof, which is just a 1 ounce gold. But just to jog your memory, because there's 100 of those, and they were very expensive. The BU, which was this one, was 25,000 mintage. And everyone I talked to back in America and over here just had to get their hands on it. Germania Mint had done a fantastic job. Then there was a proof, which was limited to 1,000. It came boxed. Yeah, I got my hands on one of those and sold it as well. There was a space red version, which came out, and it was a carded version. Yeah, very, very difficult to secure. 500 of those. I got one. Then there was a space blue, which was boxed again, and I sold that as well. And finally, there was a multi-metals, which had the gold, the ruthenium, and all of that. I sold it. In fact, I'm going to put a link to that video right in here first. So have a look. It goes back quite some time. I've just been looking over it, and it's horrendous. It makes me cringe. So why am I bringing it up? Well, 7 years has gone by, and luckily I bought more than one just normal BU, because as we see there, 2019, well, we're now up to, here we are, 2025. Now, you would think that Germania would have adapted or done some stuff, because this is just, she's been on a heck of a way. And you can see from the original design, if I grab that again, okay, it's just Germania, sword and shield, okay? But when you take a look here, you're going to see everything from the ruins, the two-headed eagles. You're going to see her trip that she has taken over these years through other variants of coins, or I say coins of rounds, which all the different series like the allegories and all of those all tied in to make this. So there's a lot to her than what first came out. And what first came out was beautiful and lovely, in my opinion. And it was still one of the best that ever has come out. Well, that's where that stands. Now, the backs have always remained for just Germania with the normal two-headed eagle. All the other series, there's things like the wooden shield and stuff like that, but the Germania itself, or Lady Germania herself, always came with just the 5 marks on the back, which is something rather cool and something, unusual. And of course, over the years, because, well, let's face it, Germania Mint being Germania Mint, and I'm sure a lot of collectors out there will agree, kind of overdone things a little bit. I mean, in just this series here alone, there's a 2 ounce, there's a 10 ounce, I think there's a kilo as well. It was crazy. Whereas back in 2019, it was just those, the gold proof, the BU. I say just, it really got on my nerves because for about almost, 2 years, well, it was probably about, a year and a half, worth of, trying to get them, that they finally made the last of, the 2019 variant. And I was like, oh, and it frustrated me because it reminded me of the Perth Mint. So I have a love-hate relationship with the series. And, I've made no mistake of it. I've, let you guys know I've been very excited a lot of the ways whilst I was collecting them and everything else. But, yeah, looking back 7 years ago, it was that. Now, we also have here the certificate of authenticity that comes with them. And this is also when they started, after this, they started producing, making sure everyone had their, certificate of authenticities. Because there were so many fake companies that were replicating their designs, putting things like rainbow colors on and all sorts of stupid stuff at the time. But there we go. So you can see here at the bottom, this release is limited to 15,000 pieces. You get the weight and everything else. 5 mark, 4 nines, fine silver. You get the official babble here about the official Germania. The official coins of Germania. Okay. Again, please remember it's rounds. There's no 5 mark as a denomination anymore. That stopped after World War II. There it is. So, and this is one of them that never really had the lovely holographic image on the back either. So it's always been there. It's just... So we have Germania. And let's see here. We're going to do a face comparison. Because I remember that was the one big thing. She had a horrific face at the very beginning. Well, the years have taken some toll on her. Not much. She is facing us, which is a good thing. See her arms. We'll see if she's built up any muscle mass during that time. Hold on. Oh yeah, she was dainty. And the face was like a mummy back then. Yep, that's right. So the face no longer looks like a mummy. They have improved on it, which is really good. She now has some muscle mass in her arms. But then again, hey, after going through all of those trials that she's been through throughout the past 7 years, yeah, you're gonna. So anyway, what's your thoughts and opinions? Let me know down below in the comments. Have you been collecting them? Are you still collecting them? Are you... or have you been on board with the variants that have come out? Or have you just stuck with one and said, forget it, that's it. The rest is a gimmick. Or perhaps maybe you followed them anyway. I don't know. So yeah, just tell me your Germania experience. As I said, I got really frustrated with mine when it first came out, only to having chase every single one. And then when the second one came out, not this, when the second one came out, I thought, oh no, here we go again. I am not looking forward to this in the slightest. And, well, this series, with the first release of the series, as we all know, was history. If you do want one of these, contact Martin the Silver Trader. The links will be supplied in the video as well as in the description down below. He does have them available for you. And I'll see you guys on Friday. And I do promise you, it will be an epic video. It's going to be one you don't want to miss. You're not going to know about what it is or, well, anything until, I show it. Because, just because, let's put it that way. I look forward to sharing it with you guys on Friday. Bye for now.